mama friend. Welcome to episode 114 of the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast. I'm Jenna, and today we are talking about Diastasis Recti. Now, if that term sounds like it's a little intimidating to you, don't worry. We're going to break it down together in this episode. Diastasis Recti, or DR for short, is something that a lot of postpartum moms deal with, but many don't even realize that they have it. So today we're going to talk about what DR is and how to check for it. So to make sure that you have it or you don't have it, I want you to walk out of here completely understanding what this is and completely reassured what's going on with your body. And we're going to help you start healing this, okay? So I've got some physical therapy tips for you to understand in today's episode. Are you ready? Let's go.
Are you finding it hard to keep up with the demands of motherhood because your energy is always low? Is your weak core holding you back from feeling strong and confident in your postpartum journey? Do you avoid looking in the mirror because you're not happy with what you see? Hey mama, welcome to the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast, where you'll learn how to reclaim your energy, strengthen your body after pregnancy, and finally say goodbye to the postpartum pooch in less time. Hi, I'm Dr. Jenna, but you can call me Jenna, and I'm a physical therapist, wife, and mom of 4 girls who has cracked the code on how to strengthen your core postpartum in the easiest and safest way possible. I too struggled with my postpartum fitness journey as a new mom, but now I'm stronger than ever, and I'm here to help you do the same without the stress, exhaustion, or struggle. If you're ready to fit fitness into your busy schedule while you navigate your postpartum journey and stay motivated along the way, then you're in the right place. It's all about progress, not perfection, and I'm here to help walk you through that journey to feeling strong, confident, and energized. That energy comes from within, not your coffee. Let's roll out that yoga mat, girl. It's time to do this.
Are you tired of feeling like your stomach just won't bounce back after pregnancy? I get it, and I've been there too. As a mom of 4 and a physical therapist, I know how challenging it can be to juggle taking care of your baby and finding time to take care of yourself. And you have to take care of yourself. Well, that stubborn baby belly, especially after having a C-section, can make you feel like you still look pregnant way longer after giving birth. Well, it's frustrating. I know it's so frustrating. And it can be exhausting trying to find the time and the energy to flatten your stomach, build a stronger core, and finally feel like yourself again. That's what you want. You want to feel like yourself again. Well, I know it feels like no matter what you try, the baby belly just won't budge. Like it's stuck there. It feels like it's not going to go away. But I've got something that can help. I'm hosting a free postpartum core Kickstarter bootcamp that's specifically designed for moms like you. In just 2 days of this bootcamp, we'll dive into everything you need to know to start restoring your core strength after pregnancy. On day 1, we'll cover core foundations, how you can safely begin core exercises with just 2 minutes a day. It's the perfect start to feeling stronger and more in control of your body. And again, it's just 2 minutes a day. It's so easy to get started. Then on day 2, we'll focus on C-section recovery, offering you a step-by-step restoration training that will help you move confidently without the fear of hurting yourself. Because I know all these moms out there are coming to me saying after they had their C-section, they're just afraid to move. They're afraid to get going again. So if you had a C-section, day 2 is just for you. This bootcamp is your first step towards flattening your stomach and regaining your strength, all while feeling supported and guided by me. You don't have to do this alone. Hang out with me for those 2 days of the bootcamp on Tuesday, September 17th and Wednesday, September 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So you can sign up today at livecorestrong.com/bootcamp. And let's get started on this journey together, backed by my physical therapy training and my experience as a mom of 4. You'll walk away with the foundational workout you need to kickstart your core recovery. Let's do this together, mama. You've got this. Just go to livecorestrong.com/bootcamp. Hey, mama, I just want to give you a heads up that while I was recording this episode, I had some tumbling kids in the background and you might hear some extra noise. So I just wanted to say that's what it is. Some tumbling kids and a whole lot of fun. They sure do love gymnastics. All right, well, let's start with the basics. What exactly is diastasis recti? Well, it's a condition where the rectus abdominis muscles, those are the muscles that run down the front of our abdomen, right? Like we know them as the six pack. Well, they separate, and that causes diastasis recti. This happens because of the pressure put on our abdominal wall during pregnancy as our baby grows. Our baby is growing, and there is pressure pushing out on our stomach, and that pressure will cause our abdominal muscles to separate and stretch and move apart, and it makes room for our baby to grow. And so it's a beautiful thing that our baby is growing and our belly is growing alongside of it, but it also is a shame that the muscles tend to separate and then they cause sort of like a long-term separation. It doesn't just like bounce back. That separation turns into diastasis recti, and it can be difficult to get it back together after pregnancy, after we deliver our baby. So how do you know if you might have diastasis recti? Well, here are some common symptoms to look out for. One big sign is the bulging belly, and everyone knows that as like the big belly bulge, right? Diastasis recti and the bulge. It doesn't seem to go away. That bulge just sort of stays there and it just hangs out. And it's sort of unsightly. It's sort of like, oh, like what is this thing? It's not my pregnant belly. It's a bulge. So no matter how much you work out, it's there. It just stays there. You also might notice feeling like weakness in your core, and the middle section of your stomach is separated. There's a gap. And so you will see like the line that we typically have, the vertical line, I guess I should say, that we have from our belly button up and down. There's a gap. There's a separation. You'll also have some back pain. You have some pelvic instability. And this might be something that you've developed throughout your pregnancy, but you're just now seeing it postpartum. So keep listening, because we're going to be talking about how you can really check to see if you have diastasis recti. Okay, so now that we understand some common symptoms, let's talk about how you can actually check. So you can do this at home, which is great. You can do this at home. You just follow some steps. I do have a video on my YouTube channel that walks you through this. So check the link below for the video where I describe how to actually check. But while we're here on the show, I'm going to walk you through this. This is something that you can just do on your own in your bed, like just lying down on your bed or lying down on the floor. I prefer the floor over your bed. Just more stable surface is better. But you're gonna have your knees bent and your back is gonna be flat. Your feet are gonna be flat on the floor, and you're gonna place your fingers just above your belly button. Slowly lift your head up to sort of engage your core, and your shoulders are going to come up off the floor. So I like to keep my fingers more in like a horizontal position. So like line up your pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Line them up and put them more in a horizontal position. So not up and down vertical with the line of your linea alba. You're going to do it more horizontally, because that's what we're measuring. We're measuring that gap, that separation. So you're going to be on the floor with your belly. Just relax with your fingers horizontally on your belly, around the belly button area. And then you're going to lift up your head, lift up your shoulders, and do sort of like a small crunch. And you're going to feel for that gap or that soft spot in that linea alba between your right and your left abdominal muscles. And you're going to feel to see how many fingers fit in that soft gap. If you have a gap at all, it could just be one finger, it could be two fingers, it could be four fingers. Any size gap is diastasis recti. And if you don't have any gap at all, then you don't have it. So it's simple as that. So definitely walk through the video with me on YouTube and you'll have a better idea of what I'm trying to describe. So let's talk about like, when do you need to see a professional? You would want to see a professional if you're having a lot of pain, if that gap is wide enough where it's making it uncomfortable for you to look at, or uncomfortable for you just to feel like you're not getting that stability or that support in your core. You feel excessive weakness, and you feel like whatever you're working on at home, whether it's core exercises or cardio or anything else, that you're just not seeing any kind of results. You're not seeing improvement. Now, I do help with diastasis recti in my course, Postpartum Abs, Simplified, which is now changing to Postpartum Ab Rehab. I'm changing the name. We're in the process of changing it. And so if you are interested in having my guidance, my eyes on you, support from me, and you can follow along to my course program and get the coaching from me, I do help specifically with Diastasis Recti. I have another mini course that I have combined with Postpartum Ab Rehab. Forgive me as I am transitioning, but this is a new exciting time for my course, Postpartum Ab Rehab. I'm excited to have extra modules and extra help for you as you're navigating Diastasis Recti. I've had a lot of students ask for help and guidance with this because it's not an easy thing to heal on your own, and it takes an extra set of eyes and some goal setting and coaching to make sure that you're actually getting the results that you want, that you're actually healing the proper way. So if this is something that you do need help with, I am more than willing to give you that extra support in my coaching program, and I'll link that in the show notes below. And if you feel like you need real physical therapy where you are getting hands-on treatment twice a week, 3 times a week, and getting to work with, exercise equipment and being more hands-on with your physical therapist, I am a full advocate of you going to see a physical therapist in person. So let's talk about what you can do to get started. Start with my program. It starts with the deep inner muscles of the transverse abdominis. I'm excited to say early on, a little sneak peek here, I am doing a workshop in September. I'm so excited for this workshop in the middle of September. So definitely come back to the show to hear some more announcements coming up. But we are going to be talking about how you can get started with engaging the transverse abdominis the safe way, the quickest way, and the easiest way. And I'm going to be teaching you a whole week of how to engage the transverse abdominis muscle and how to get started with your healing process of Diastasis Recti. This is not something to take lightly. There are exercises that could make this worse, that could open up your gap more. There are exercises that are really great at targeting those deep inner core muscles and healing you from the inside out. So if you are excited about finally doing something to heal your gap, maybe you just found out right now on the show that you actually have Diastasis Recti, that you actually have this gap, and now you know that you can heal it and you can get rid of that bulge with specific physical therapy exercises, definitely come to my bootcamp in September. So if you want announcements, come back on the show for announcements or join my mailing list. You can just go to livecorestrong.com/join and you can get on my mailing list and you'll get all the email announcements about all the exciting things that are happening in September. I can't wait. But before we wrap up, I just want to offer a little encouragement. If you're dealing with Diastasis Recti, know that you're not alone. It is something that so many moms are facing and they're going through. And the good news is that recovery is completely possible with the right approach. So be patient with yourself and remember that consistency is key. Stay consistent with your workouts. Don't give up. Even though this takes a long time, I just want you to know that you can heal your Diastasis Recti. It may take longer than you think, but with regular and focused effort, you can start to see some amazing improvements. A lot of my students have, and I just have worked with so many women with Diastasis Recti. There is hope and you can do this. I also want to remind you how important it is to be a part of a supportive community. That's why I have created this free Facebook community where you can join moms that are going through the same thing that you're going through. So if you haven't joined my Facebook group, make sure you go to the link below and get in right now. We are doing so many amazing things in there. We are having accountability check-ins on the weekends. We are doing words of affirmation and motivational quotes on Mondays. We have so many just uplifting, supportive women in there that are just trying to be healthy, trying to get fit, all while going through postpartum recovery, all going through motherhood, just like you. And if you ever have any questions and you need some guidance, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me in there. I'm here to help, and I don't want you to do this alone. And remember, when you're going through your postpartum recovery, to always live core strong.
Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts? It would bring me so much joy. Simply scroll down to the stars and click write a review. Your review will help more women discover our podcast. Let's grow this fit mom movement together. And And if you want your friends to come alongside you on this postpartum fitness journey, invite them to our free Facebook group where you can get motivated together. Community is key to success, and that's what I want for you. So join ours by going to the link in the show notes, and before you know it, the baby weight will be falling off as quickly as those stinky diapers. I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Fit Postpartum Mom Podcast.